Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to DRL LMU edition. This time we come to you from the beauty of Le Mans in France. It is an honor, as always, being with you. I am your host, Tyler Morgan. Alongside me again this week is Neil Kerbal. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. I'm here once again to make sure that you stay awake.
I will be genuinely shocked if I stay awake, and that is my phone that I now need to put onto mute. Oh, apparently it says we're at Spa Francorchamps. I need to edit that title. I don't know how to.
You have to go into Twitch content, and it's your video producer dashboard. You can change the name there.
Okay, but I don't have access to this Twitch.
Then you'll have to wait until it gets posted, and then someone with access can change it.
Okay, well then that sucks, because I thought he gave
Alright guys,
me...
the track tonight is Spa.
Apparently so. Apparently it's Spa, so, that's gonna be fun to deal with. Macklin said he gave me the power to do it, though. At least that's what... I made you a DRL chainer editor, so you should be able to... Okay, well... Let me see what I can do. Nope, I can't do that at the moment, so, yeah, we'll just have to deal with that later, because I can't deal with it right now.
Yeah, so as the title says, we're not at Spa, we are in fact at Le Mans in the game, Le Mans Ultimate.
That's just a horrible pun. I don't want to hear that for the rest of the night. I'm already, like, hanging on threads as it is.
I can use like the actual circuit name, Circuit de la Sarthe. I'm gonna botch that.
No, just say Le Mans. I don't wanna. Oh. I love how Macklin's gonna continue this practice session because, you know, sleep on the East Coast isn't needed for us.
Yeah, he's got to warm up those tires. He's got to make sure that he exerts his dominance on track.
He's nearly up. He's nearly up by like almost like he's up by a...
Ooh. He just tagged the wall.
I think he invalidated, so the game was like, you know what, we're done.
Yep, and he's gone.
Yep, and he's gone.
So what? He's about like from what it said, 1.6 seconds up from second place, which is Max Power.
Is Max Power the first one out of the pits? There's no way he's the first person out of the pits. Oh, someone just contacted.
That's an unsafe release. Oh, look at them all.
Oh, look at all our children.
School's out, everybody.
Max Power completely misses the apex, so off he goes. It's his outlap. It's the outlap for everybody. Everybody can have a little bit of fun. So let's see what tire choices they have. Ooh, very interesting tire choices indeed. And that is Max Power pulling over to the side of the road. He doesn't like his tire choices.
Yeah, I think the softs might be a mistake. I remember Macklin saying that soft... Actually, no, it was Ches maybe was saying that softs only last like your outlap plus a lap and a half. Yeah, looks like he's switching to mediums.
Well, Zborg's on the hard medium, like, kind of combination.
Yeah, it's another strategy that we saw, like lefts because they get an excessive or additional heat during the track. You go hards on the left and mediums on the right, and you kind of, what they call the max gamer strategy.
So I think Vlad, because we sadly don't have a track map yet, I think Vlad is like the first person ahead of like everybody.
Okay. So you want to watch their lap?
Sure, we can ride on board. They're like, oh, there's like no, but oh, there's a car behind them, but I can't really tell who that is.
Oh, looks like he's on the Mousseline Strait approaching the first chicane.
No, I think that's... Is that chicane number 2? Because then here's the curve.
Yeah, that's chicane 2. He's coming up to the... I'm gonna botch this one too. The Virage de Mousseline, which translates to Mousseline Corner.
What's going on around? Le Mans Ultimate at Le Mans. Take a sip of your drink every time we say Le Mans. Like, you'll be drunk by the end of the stream.
I'm already out.
I'll drink like an A&W root beer as a bit of an effect. There's some ASMR for the stream for today.
Yeah, you let us know when you're done with that drink.
Why? What? I'm just gonna commentate and drink with it.
Oh, if we were taking a drink every time we said Le Mans.
God damn it! Something gonna tell me I need more beer after this.
Alright, can we pull up timing? Has anyone set a valid lap yet?
Absolutely not. It's like a 3-minute outlap, 4-minute outlap.
Yeah, that's right. So a little bit of information about this track. This track has 38 corners. It is 13.626 kilometers, and it was first used in 1923.
My slurping's coming through nicely on the stream. Well, that's lovely. I'm gonna have to mute that from now on.
Just drink like further away from the mic.
I can't go farther back in my seat if I tried. So, the slurping will have to commence with my mic muted.
Just consider it part of the ASMR package.
Their energy remaining, as you can see, doesn't necessarily matter all too much.
Yeah, it should only matter in the race. I was actually reading up on energy in LMU, or at least the virtual energy. And apparently WEC actually uses it as a way to balance the cars, so the game simulates that pretty accurately.
Hey Ches, why aren't you driving in this series? Like, you're sitting back and enjoying the stream, but you could be driving. So far, from the drivers that look like they set a time, the fastest in this sector so far is Kuja.
Okay.
With a 32.9. That's at least out of the people that have set a time in Sector 1 right now. And we have a yellow flag at the moment. I don't know who it's for.
Do we know if that 29 is a good time or a bad time?
32. Did I say 29? Yeah, I
thought you said 39.
No, it's 32.9.
Okay.
So currently that leads the times. Slowest so far is about a 34.091 set by Hayes. So like everyone's relatively close. Macklin's even slower than that Kusha time of a 32.9. So Power hasn't gotten through the sector. Neither is Buggy. Neither is Dan. Neither is Sam. So
okay. Well, hopefully they'll start posting sometimes, and we can start judging them and making predictions on the race.
Vlad sets a 82.8 middle sector. Oh wow, okay. Power set a 32.8 middle for sector. So he's got the fastest sector 1 at the moment.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a track.
Evan currently Kuja sets an 81.8 in the middle sector. That's fastest by almost a full second.
Wow.
Kuja is flying in that Toyota.
It does look menacing. Can we get that on stream?
It's just a black Toyota.
I like the look of Toyotas.
Ooh, there are some people that are very, very close up ahead. I'm gonna see if maybe we can get a... Oh.
No, Kusha, no.
Oh, okay. There's just a fight going on between Polinick and Evan there.
Well, they say overtaking and qualifying is not recommended, but Evan seems to take that advantage and pull ahead pretty decisively.
Let's see. The first valid lap of the session for Mr. Vlad Pokolonitsky. I'm gonna butcher that. He's gonna look at me like, bro, how'd you just say my last name?
I would say Poklonsky.
And the fastest time is on the board with a 3-minute 32.
So that is the benchmark, drivers, a 3:32.6. That is your time to beat.
And Zborg will beat it by almost a full second.
Palaniuk comes in 3.7 seconds behind Polonsky. Yeah, I'm gonna botch that one too. Apologies.
So let's move up into 3P3.
Nice.
Kuja didn't set a time because he invalidated. Actually, he did set a time. He's 17 seconds off the pace.
He's got plenty of pace to find on track.
Oh, that's a oh, that looked like a dangerous rejoin in the background. Oh, that was Macklin and Braun. Macklin sets the fastest time. I wonder if that was Braun that entered the track dangerously because he did a 9.3 off the pace.
Did he go off track or was he coming out of the pits?
No, I think he just spun.
Okay.
And Power finds himself less than a second off the pace.
So this is pretty much the layout that we saw from practice. It was Macklin, Power, and Zborg.
Well, let's see if Russell Stanford will have anything to say about that. No, he will not. He's 67. 67 seconds off the pace.
It is a banker lap, Tyler. There's a valid effort in getting a banker lap in because it's all uphill from there.
I guess. Like,
He will be faster than everybody who does not set a lap.
Okay, what is this helicopter view? What was that? That was like miles away.
That's your track map, Tyler.
That's my track map, from a helicopter that might as well be at airplane level. I mean, a lot of drivers won't set any lap times, or some drivers will not set any lap times because of it being
the length of this track.
It being a 15-minute qualifying and basically a 4-minute outlap, and then at fastest 3-minute 30-second lap as Hayes kicks up a lot of gravel for everybody else.
You know, one thing I'm unclear about in this game is if the session ends, so in 4 minutes and 40 seconds, if the session ends and cars are still on valid laps, does it wait for the entirety of their lap, or is there like a session timer that times out? So
I wouldn't know.
Because with a track this long, it'd be interesting to see like if somebody's on a valid lap and it just kicks to the next session. That could potentially cause some issue for somebody who has not set a lap yet.
Tag of the wall.
This looks so sketchy on the front. You see Kuzya like fighting with it, basically getting it to turn in and then fighting with counter steer. Alright, coming up on the Ford corner and then the finishing line straight. Let's see what Kuzya can put down.
P4.
That's pretty good.
Hayes, maybe some improvement? Nope. Russell Stanford could use some improvement.
Can we hop on board with Buggy Watt for a little bit? Looks like he still has to set a valve lap. I don't know where he is on track right now. And Mitch Nyardi, yeah, he also needs to set a lap as well. So this is, ooh, just overcooks it into the braking zone for
And that will be their qualifying, unless somehow they still maintain their valid status.
That looks pretty off track to me. They might be able to get around and get on a valve lap before that 2-minute 30-second timer clicks over.
Oh, Bozek in the pits. Didn't care.
Alright, let's see if Mitch is on a valve.
Oh, Stanford got up to P9.
Nice.
Oh, yellow flag. Oh, that's Buggy. Alright, Buggy's done for the qualifying. And here goes Nyardi to set their possibly only flying lap of the session.
Let's ride on board with Mitch. These cars look really challenging to drive. Just a ton of horsepower and no ABS. Just means you have to be very delicate when getting on braking in these tight corners.
And this is why I don't drive Le Mans Ultimate yet. Why I don't want to go anywhere near this game right now, because I struggle enough as is.
Yeah, but it's all a learning experience. Like, once you actually, you know, figure out the inputs, it should be pretty easy to apply that. But it's really just getting familiar with the game. So this is the first chicane in the Mousseline Straight. Getting back on throttle.
Somebody left. We had 14, now we only have 13. I don't know who left, though.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they probably crashed, but... Oh, Zaborg goes up to... I think Power passes Zaborg. Yellow flags.
Power's been ahead of Zaborg.
Oh, I'm just seeing movement all over the timing charts, so...
Terekov passed Palanek.
You did more than pass Palanek.
Oh, yeah. Past the Borg up to P3. Monster lap from the Toyota.
Just spawn onto Hayes drifting. Just trying to see who's left. Dan's out. Mitch is left.
I think Mitch might be the only one out there.
Nope, Power is.
Can Power actually gain anytime? Nope, he's practicing his pit entry. Good tactical decision. I like to see it. It's really hard without a track map to see where these drivers are.
I know they're in I know Dan's in the final sector, and I think Mitch is just approaching, where Dan once was, so. Dan is ahead.
Twisty bits coming up to the finishing line straight.
MMA. Alright, let's see if Dan can improve on their lap time. The checkered flag is being waved by the marshal. Yep, Dan will move up into P8. Let's see if Nyardi can get ahead of Spencer Braun.
Let's get on the board, Mitch.
Do better than Buggy and Mr. Bozak.
Coming through that final corner.
Wow, get ahead of Dan. P8.
Nice.
We will take those.
Clinched a P8 qualification. That's all you need is one good lap.
It better not be a full form lap. I'll cry. Can you imagine a full form lap down Le Mans?
I can only imagine. I know in ACC the full formation lap for the 24-hour Nords is a 25-minute lap.
Why does the race control have to be so freaking loud? It hurts my ears. I don't want to go to the grid for a race start though. Can I just like not? Ideally, in the perfect world.
Nope. There we go.
Porsche, Porsche, Ferrari, 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 like they're everywhere.
Considering Ferraris have the best straight line speed of the hypercars, I can see this being a pretty common pick for this track.
Alright, so quickly glossing over the positions, you have Burt Macklin on pole position, Max Power on the front row with him. The second row, Kuja Terekov has yet to find his perfect pit strategy. He's still in the pit box. He's running out of time, though. He'll have Evan Zborg on the second row for company, and on the third row, you have Vlad and Mr. Kevin Polinick. On the fourth row, you have Salas and Nairati. After a very good qualifying for him, finds himself P8. Dan, P9, and Hayes round out the top 10, row 5. On the sixth row, you have Russell Stanford and Spencer Braun. And then on the final in sixth row, don't cut me off, race engineer, you have Buggy Watt and Mr. Bozek, who did not set lap times. Okay, now I need to get a helicopter shot.
But not like the exceedingly far away helicopter shot.
Honestly, I need the exceedingly far away helicopter shot.
But then you won't see anything.
It's actually not a bad shot right now.
Yeah, it's good.
Be nice, everybody.
Yep, give space to your fellow driver. Take it easy on the opening lap.
Let's see what Russell Stanford sees. Oh my. This is what Russell Stanford sees.
It's a lot of horsepower in front of him.
There's too much horsepower. Alright, folks. Let's see how much fun we can have in this 50-minute... Is it 50 or is it an hour? I can never remember. I think it's 50. Yes. In this 50-minute sprint to just see who wins in this little fun championship we have here at DRL Le Mans Ultimate. The green flag waves. Power was a little bit behind the start already. So far, no one seems to have died yet. That's already a plus. Kuja Terekov fighting Zaborg for that P3. Macklin enters in P1, P2, and they all kind of just funnel around slightly okay. No one seems to be missing their braking zones yet. Oh, never mind. That is Dandy Latour getting involved. That's a Ferrari spun in the background. I do believe that would be Mr. Russell Stanford. Yes, it is, and there is Nairati sadly in the back, most likely having been taken in that final turn. That is unfortunate for him. And then you have this weird kind of little kerfluffle situation going on here. In the background, Dan DeLatour, followed by Hayes, followed by Braun, followed by Bozak, and then I do believe that is Buggy Watt behind. They're all not too far away from one another. The gap, the interval gap now that you see shows up. Hayes is fighting Dan, and I think above in the background we have Kuja fighting with Evan. Yes, we do. Evan will take the lead into chicane number 1. But how long will that last?
He's got plenty of time. They're now on the Mousseline Straight, so this is just a 100% throttle side by side. Looks like Bozak is in the wake of Braun and ends up getting past. Let's see if he's able to hold. that position.
Solace warming his tires in the background.
Or tactical decision, maybe? Just getting some extra heat in there early on.
Maybe. Not a bad idea. There have been worse ideas made. Zaborg's actually closer to power than Kuja was, so maybe Evan's gonna think about a move here into this corner. He's getting a little bit shaky there. But I think that I think that might be the game, less more to do with
Macklin kicking up some dust for his competitors behind, obscuring vision.
Everyone takes that turn nicely, surprisingly.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people were locking up their brakes in practice, so figuring out where the ideal braking zone is and just keeping pace with your
Zaborg causing Power to just really move around here, forcing him to defend.
It almost looks like
oh, what a drift by Hayes! They managed to save it to keep it out of the wall. That is a lot of gravel being kicked up, and I do believe that is S0RD that's gone into the wall, sadly. Yep. The struggle's continuing for that BMW as Bozak and Hayes are fighting it out right now. Interested to see the virtual energy remaining. Who's the lowest? So far, actually, Hayes is the lowest with 54%.
You know, one thing I wanted to see is they should have all started at 100%. But it is weird to see Hayes at 54%.
Considering there hasn't even been... Oh, my God. That's Solace and Bozak fighting it out, and that's Solace getting the position, or at least that's what it looks like. Oh, my God, he grinded that curb. That's cutting the track, I think. Vlad's now right on the back of Mr. Kuzhiterakov.
Yep, sitting in the wake, getting that nice slipstream, closing the distance.
Oh, and just as I say, and just as we say that, watch the re-enter. Honestly, that's the safest way to re-enter the track right there. Oh, Mr. Samuel Bozak is now in the background. I'm just trying to find gaps with like the shortest interval. Oh, that is Solace Jensen being put into the wall.
Was that contact, or did he just lose the back end?
I do not know. I did not get a good enough look, and there is no replay. He's not stuck, but he's not in a happy spot. That is for certain. Where's the screw off helicopter view? I want my screw off helicopter view.
I want my shaky cam where the cars drive by and the camera shakes.
Of course, that's what you want.
And sparks. I want sparks coming out from behind the car.
Come on, Hayes, go for the dive. Go for the dive on that man.
Let's see the deltas, Tyler, on the board.
Sure thing. There are your deltas. Oh, they made contact. They both spin.
Ooh, into the first chicane. Nope, that's the second chicane.
That was the second chicane. I think that was Braun that lost out there.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to DRL LMU, where we're all still learning this game and literally anything can happen. Macklin's running away currently, followed by Power, followed by Zaborg and Mr. Kuzhiterakov.
Yeah, looks like closest gaps right now are Terakov and Zaborg and Braun and Puklowski.
Buggy's right on the back of S0RD, but S0RD probably has damage.
Yeah. Let's watch this, see if he's able to get the slipstream and overtake.
There are your sparks.
Love it.
Oh my drift to Mizzou. Thankfully, Buggy and them didn't collide, but S0RD sadly drifted that corner hard. And now we have a three-way battle between Vlad, Bozak, and Braun.
This is shaping up to be a pretty nice battle. Braun once again in that slipstream, tucking in behind, maybe going for the inside.
Honestly, all these cars just want to slip, and what a move by Braun!
Nicely done.
Braun just with the confidence on the power. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was Bozak going a little bit wide, as Braun also goes wide. Now Roddy is 36 seconds back. Oh, that's why he's DNF'd. Okay, that answers all the questions. That answers all the questions that I have of that. Hayes now getting close to Dan, who finds himself up into a P6 position. There goes Dan. Cutting the corner.
Still holding on to that position, though, but now in a fierce battle with Hayes.
Now taking out the Bullards in the process.
He's taking a souvenir.
Souvenir from what?
The track. Just, remember it.
The only thing I want to remember is Hayes slamming the back of Dan right in the rear here. And, well, down the straight, he might have that opportunity.
Oh, he's definitely has a slipstream. He's just got to tuck in, get on the inside line, and basically get ahead of him at the turn-in point, and he should secure that position. He just needs to make sure that he does not lock up when he's braking.
And that is a nice, easy overtake. Done. Because you can't seem to get Evan. At least not yet.
Do you remember if Kujia had any contact at the start of the race? Like, do you think he might be suffering from any?
Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't know. But Salas and Buggy are at the back now. Also, Stanford also at the back. Dan's not actually far off from Hayes still. He's still kind of there.
Yeah, still lurking in the background, keeping Hayes honest.
Here it is. There's my through the trees camera.
Perfect camera angle. Love it.
Absolutely beautiful. Love that camera angle. My favorite now.
If you like scenes of nature and just a break from all the carnage.
And that is, I do believe, a broken Peugeot. Oh,
the Cylons have been defeated.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's actually kind of funny. Just the shaking of the head.
Is that like, no, I'm still going? I'm not
Is
done with this yet?
Rock your car back and forth in the next straight if you're acknowledging the stream. Hold on. I know there's other racing folks. I just want to see if he can hear me. Rock back and forth if you can hear me, Salas.
Give us a sign.
No, I don't think he can hear us. With that being said, now we will throw it back to the gaps at... Oh!
What just happened? How did he do that?
Ladies and gentlemen, that car is on its roof.
All
It somehow flipped on its own head.
And it's back on its wheels.
Sorry, this got to a very close point and I had to switch over.
Yeah, Zaborg or
Oh, Power is just having a field day right now.
And Zaborg is just very calm, calculated, just lurking in Power shadow, just waiting for the opportunity.
How has he done this? Like, is he just figuring out how the car can get before, like, look how sad that car looks.
I mean, it doesn't look any different. It's just going much slower.
Like,
No, Mitch. Just too difficult. Just struggling on track, suffering from damage. Just much easier to.
oh, wait a minute. Oh, Zaborg thought about it, but that opens the door for Mr. Kuzya Terekov to maybe get Evan Zaborg. I don't see a yellow flag, so Salas has made their way around the track.
Hopefully he decides to pit. Terekov looking on the inside.
Nope.
He's making the move.
He doesn't have the slip. As soon as he exits the slipstream, it's almost impossible. Oh, that's into the wall. That is into the wall goes the Toyota of Kuzya Terekov as they tumble and tumble down the order. And that is very unfortunate for the Toyota that does have a lot of pace here. That yellow flag, look at how slow Salas is going. That car is in absolute tatters. And now it's just up to Zaborg, who's left to pick up the pieces and try to get ahead of Max Power. Sup, guys? Sup, Trackalicious? How are you guys doing tonight? I'm at my other job currently. I'm just gonna time out this guy.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I got it. I have the ability to mod. There's a yellow flag. It is for Salas again. I'm pretty sure he's just getting out of the way of people.
I think Salas is on a Sunday drive right now. He's just enjoying the sights. Ooh, be careful for the cars that are on track.
Yep, he's doing a very good job of keeping out of that way. Polnick enjoying a nice Sunday drive. Hayes is a little bit too far away. Vlad's a little bit too far away. Dan's a little bit too far away. Kuzya's a little bit too far away. Spencer Braun is in the pits, very far away. Salas Jensen.
Those gaps are opening up quite significantly. Even the battle for second place between Power and Zaborg is now up
I
to
will credit Salas for getting LOL got hit with an ad, BRB. Well, maybe you should subscribe to DRL so you don't have to deal with those ads. Just saying, you know. Kuzya Terekov has gone into the box as well. A lot of people have actually gone into the box.
Yeah, let's look at their power. Let's look at the virtual energy.
I think Braun's going to come out first. Nope, Dan is actually. I would argue that this isn't your job, this is your home. Home in terms of what? Home in terms of broadcasting, or home in terms of the fact that it's DRL? Like, all things. Well, so then what's Trackalicious then? Because I don't consider Trackalicious a job. Or at least I wouldn't normally consider. Dan gives himself up to 60.
Okay, so what, he was at 30 something before?
I don't know. Kuzya Terekov gets ready to come out. We're a vacation spot. We're the best friend's place. Maybe? Terekov comes out with 58. And sorry, I was reading it wrong. Dan's up to 78. Zaborg again, right on the back of Max Power, though. Ooh, Max Power getting a little twitch. The neighbor, the chill cousin, maybe? I think that's better. Like the chill cousin that you don't get to see very often, only during the holidays. All right, Zaborg, can you make a move on Max Power? He's been in front of you this entire time. Ugh. A little bit of janky. Oh, that's a lockup by Max Power. That might allow, but it was all, honestly, that lockup was kind of
calculated.
Kind of a
He's holding that inside line.
Yes, but now you know what's crazy? There's Macklin up the road. Macklin's actually not that far out of reach.
Considering they were only like 0.6 seconds away from
This
each
would
other
be
in
hilarious
qualification.
if they both crashed right now.
Just allow
Content
Burt
button.
Macklin to walk away with it. No, don't push the content button.
The content button has been pressed. Give me my content. Oh, what a move by Evan. Evan clears Max Power. What a move by Zaborg. Absolutely beautiful move.
Amazing racecraft from both these drivers.
I would say they're not out of the woods yet. There's still almost half an hour to go. Yeah, we do get to see each other often. So, like, I don't know, like... We're family related. There's a yellow flag. I wonder who that is for. It's not for Solace. It's not for... Dan? Dan's moving slow. Nope, it's not you. It's not you. Oh, it is Bozak. Bozak is in the wall. Buggy Watt has passed him. Dan will be coming up on Mr. Bozak quite quickly, especially in these hypercars. Alright, back to it for me, exclamation mark. That concerns me greatly. And there goes Dan passing Bozak. That is P9 for Dan now. Polinick is going to find himself some company with Hayes up for a little bit.
Yeah, only a 1.2 second gap between them. We'll see if he's able to reduce that.
And Vlad's lurking not too far behind.
But keep in mind, Hayes' virtual energy is pretty low. He's going to have to come into the pit soon.
He's at 22% compared to Polinick's 50.
Yeah, he's like less than half of Polinick's energy. He will have to pit soon and recuperate that. It looks like Bozak is in the pits right now.
Yes, you are right. Samuel Bozak is in the pits right now.
Looks like he's been in there for quite a while.
I mean, he probably had to... Did he RGG, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't think he got to the pits because Dan was... actually, no, maybe he did make it. Maybe he did make it into the pits because they weren't too far off.
Without a track map, it's impossible to tell.
Yeah, one thing that it's very much lacking is a track map, but we'll work on things as we go. This game is still very, very much new. This is the closest gap we have in the moment, and with Le Mans, we were kind of expecting these gaps to form. So, chat, you got any questions?
Yeah, we got 8 viewers. Let's hear from you.
Let's hear from you.
One of them is a lurker.
Shock. I wonder who could be lurking. Not the exclamation mark lurk I see in the corner.
Not that one. You know, to be frank, I am just watching Hayes' virtual energy right now. He's at 19%. He's battling closely with Palaniuk, and he's going to have to enter the pits pretty soon.
Bozak's still in the pits. Bozak has not moved.
He might have returned to garage. That or he's repairing a ton of damage that we did not see. And speaking of damage, it is...
Yellow flag?
No, I was gonna say it's good to see Silas Jensen back out on track. I don't know if he's still nursing that damaged. Oh no, Bosun's moving now.
Yeah, he's fine. I'm just trying to figure out where the yellow flag was, and I couldn't find it. But power is now on the back of Zaborg.
Let's pull up the deltas again.
Sure, not a problem. Another yellow flag has occurred. I'm trying to look at the times. Maybe is it Vlad? It might be, nope, that's Bozak. Bozak's gotten ahead. Maybe it was Bozak letting Vlad by.
Possible. He just exited the pits. We got Mitch in chat. He's an ex DRL driver.
I think that might be a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself, Mitch. Just some races just do not go well. Don't take it personally.
I always find it weird that Le Mans is an actual, like, they actually drive on like an actual road. Like, Le Mans is a street circuit in all technicality speaking.
Yeah, since its first introduction, like the 1920s, a lot of the street circuit was like unpaved road that ended up getting like adopted into a racetrack. There's even like a smaller racetrack on site called the Bugatti Circuit. So if you look at the Dunlop curve, there's a section that cuts off towards the right, which gets you onto the Bugatti Circuit.
I mean, the race isn't necessarily ruined. Everyone's still driving. Like, this is the closest battle still, is between Power and Zaborg. Like, this battle could easily rage on for the next 26 minutes.
Yeah, and Macklin is not too far ahead, only 3.6 seconds. So he is still in the sights of Zaborg. Alright, so Sean Chez says, I'm back to answer your question. 20 minutes ago, I pondered doing this series, but I had to do some rig work and enjoyed the nice weather on the ACC break. Yeah, it's nice to step outside every now and then and look at the sun.
Definitely nice to feel the sun. I got some really good weather, stormy weather up here, so like it was quite nice to be here.
In the storm?
Yeah, it was nice to finally get a storm that actually hit me for once and didn't go around in the dome.
Do you walk faster in the rain, Tyler?
Depends on, like, why would you want to walk faster in the rain, though? Wouldn't that get you more wet?
No, I think that's a myth.
Is it a myth?
I think so. I think like season 1 of Mythbusters is something about that. Like, is it better to run in the rain or walk in the rain?
I don't know. I guess that depends on your definition of on your definition of things. I'm just trying to give every driver a little bit of airtime. We've been on Power a little bit too much, so we can give the other drivers a little bit of airtime.
Let's do a onboard lap with Buggy Watt. Let's see how he navigates this 8.4 mile track.
Yes.
In France.
We are aware it does say Spa Round 1. I don't have the powers to change the title, so it is stuck how it is. Both Hayes and Polinick have pitted. And that is a yellow flag. Let's find out who that is for. It's not for Mr. Kuzhaterekov. It's not for you. It's not for you. Oh, and just like that, it's gone. So we're right back on board with Buggy Watt.
He should be... He may have passed the finish line already. This is the Dunlop curve? Yeah, there it is. Straight up ahead. like a twisty section. And on the right there is your entry into the Bugatti circuit. So you come up here to Tetra Rouge. Rouge? Like Moulin Rouge? And then right here you have the fast right-hander that gets you on the Mousseline Straight. So on this section of track you have... No, I don't know how long this section of track is, but
it's
you definitely
too long.
You get your car up to its maximum speed. In fact, there were some changes made in like the late 1990s where they added in 2 chicanes to reduce the amount of speed that cars can take on this section of track. So that's the first chicane. Get back up to speed. And Buggy will then navigate the second chicane, which is going to be on the left side of the track. Probably getting into like the 370 kilometer range.
He gets up really fast, at least from what I can tell by the numbers.
Yeah, I was watching Mitch during practice. I was seeing like, I think it said 320 or 350 on his speedometer. Alright, this is going to be the challenging corner where you got to make sure that you get progressively on the brakes so you don't lock up. This is the Mousseline corner. Nope, we're on with Terracotta. This is the Dunlop.
Wait, do I not have... What view do you have? Don't you have the view of my Le Mans?
No,
you don't. Oh my god. Okay, well, sorry about that. I thought... Oh, right, because we switched rooms. Doink. Dumbo.
I messaged you about it and I didn't want to say anything.
No, that's okay. I'm worried maybe that's what's lagging the stream because I'm streaming to you and I'm also streaming to Twitch.
Well, is it worse now?
I don't know. Before? You'd have to ask the viewers that are watching on board, watching with us.
Well, considering I'm watching it, it looks smooth. Oh. Yeah, as Sean Shen says, it looks fine to me.
All right, if that's as long as it's fine to everybody else, that's all right and okay with me.
Yeah, totally fine by me.
Yeah, the gaps that you can see on the right-hand part of your screen, it's going to be difficult to find close racing in these last 20 minutes. So, I'm kind of just yellow flag hunting at the moment.
Once we see that yellow flag in the upper left, we go hunting through the cars to see who it is involving. Palanek and Terakov seem to be the closest battle on track right now. 2.7 seconds is the gap between those drivers. Terakov has been struggling a little bit with this track. I think he locked up. Ooh! There goes Palanek.
Oh no! Palanek! The commentator's curse continues. I just can't believe we caught Solus flying into the air. Like, that was insane.
I'm just surprised that he's still driving that car around.
I agree. He's definitely,
Has he repaired, or is he still, like, Sunday driving? Like...
I don't know. He's sitting in 12th, so he's not in last.
And Bozak is back in the pits.
He is. He is indeed.
And we didn't get a yellow flag. Ooh, okay. We got a race coming out of the pit lane.
He's actually a lap behind Russell Stanford.
It's a race, Tyler. It's a race.
He's a lap down.
He is allowed to unlap himself, Tyler. Let it play out. All right, Russell Stanford defending from Sam Bozak. Let's see how this plays out.
Here, well, I have to do it like this, the hard way.
can actually see the steering input.
This is the only way.
Although that, is that like a sun visor in the middle? It is blocking our view of like the center of the track.
We're so strived for freaking racing that this is what we're watching. You know what? No, we're gonna watch Dan. We're gonna watch Dan, who's catching Buggy Watt for actual position.
All right, let's watch that. So we're on board with Dan now. Can you do the? I like seeing the steering wheel, but that visor in the middle is just so.
The visor of the Cadillacs is bugging you. Is that what I'm hearing?
It's just in the way.
Oh, that was a little bit of a
lockup.
lockup.
Buggy Watt.
A little bit of dirt too.
I'm just kicking up some. Ooh, Buggy taking a shortcut.
And that's allowed Dan to take the position. Oh, Dan! Oh, Buggy's lost 2 places. One to Hayes and one to Dan.
Hayes just flies by. Yeah, it looks like it was a lockup, and then he ended up going off track.
Polinick now in the pits. So everyone's been lapped, or like Polinick's been lapped up to Polinick. I wonder how many people Burt Macklin's gonna lap.
I don't know. Has Burt Macklin? Have we seen him lap anybody yet?
Currently, Braun's down 2, Salas is down 2, Bozak is down 1, and then Polinick is down 1. Because gap to the leader shows as followed.
Okay. And he's increasing the gap between him and Zaborg to 5.8 seconds now. Well, look at those gaps down to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You can really see the practice that Burt Macklin has put into learning and driving the Le Mans Ultimate track in iRacing. It's really paying off. I do like this view. You can see that right tire.
I'm a little too close to that tire, personally.
All right, Tyler, what part of the track are we on right now?
We're on a straight.
What is this straight called?
How would I know? I don't have the map. I have too many things on my screen. I have the game, I have the overlay, and then I have there's a yellow flag. Hold on.
All right, cycle through the cars.
Oh, was that Salas? Nope. Nope. And the yellow flag's gone, so it was
Could have just been an off track.
Could have been. Come on.
They are on a straight, yeah. Tyler is correct. Thank you, Hermanas. Let's give Tyler some credit. They are on a straight.
I'm correct enough for it to pass. And that's Terekov DNF'd?
Oh, what happened? Ooh, that's a lockup from... Who was that?
I don't know. That was a lockup, I think, from Hayes. That's what the yellow flag was for. How did Terekov... You have to do a lot of damage to DNF this.
Doesn't seem too difficult. Like, the walls are pretty close, and if you miss one of those braking zones, like
Salas flipped the car.
Again?
No, I'm saying Salas flipped the car and he's still driving.
That is true. Hey, was it the Peugeot? Is that what he's driving?
Yeah, Peugeot. The Peugeot.
Yeah, the Peugeot is just very resilient. That or I know
Oh, and there goes Hayes. I don't need to know where the yellow flag is this time.
We're watching it.
Oh my god, and that's Buggy Watt getting past Hayes. Just a little too close for comfort, folks.
but Buggy Watt looked like he saw that coming and narrowly avoided
Oh,
it.
they moved Vlad.
He returned to garage.
No, Vlad pit. He just came in for the pits. Look at the interval. Look at this interval gap. Look how far Polinick is away from Stanford.
I know.
He's a full 2 minutes off.
It's just these long tracks with, like I said, this track has 38 corners. Remembering all the braking zones for every single corner is quite a challenge, especially if you haven't had a lot of practice on this type of track.
You know what? Actually, I think we'll do the Buggy Watt rear wing call here.
Ooh, with Hayes approaching fast. Ooh.
I got it. Don't worry. Oh, rear wing. Oh my god, it's so loud.
Hayes looks pretty squirrely in the rearview mirror.
What? I can't hear you.
Oh, and there goes Hayes.
We're still going straight. Sort of. Maybe. He's got 26 seconds till Vlad catches up with him. Plenty of time.
Yeah, he's good. He's got the car going in the right direction.
Stanford's actually going to catch Vlad, but Vlad has also just come out of the pits, so...
Is this for position?
Yes,
yeah,
this is.
For position.
It's double 50 Ferrari.
Ferrari versus Ferrari. Ooh. All right, this is the straight, Tyler. Ferraris have impressive speed in this game on the straights, so we'll see if they're able to capitalize on that.
Hey, Vlad, there's a corner there.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't keep the position like that. Nah, give that back. Give that back right now. You cannot keep the position like that.
We'll leave that up to the stewards.
Nah, that is some dirty. That's dirty right there.
It's a suggested chicane. Poklonsky does go for this chicane, able to navigate it quite well. Stanford still on their bumper, about 7/10 back. See if he's able to approach and close that gap in the braking zone to the Mousseline corner.
Sorry, I have a yellow flag. Oh, well, didn't last very long, so. Is it raining?
No, it could just be bugs.
Another yellow flag. Someone got a penalty.
Yeah, but we can't see that. Do you think track limit? Like a track limit violation?
No, maybe pit lane speed limit?
Bozak is in the pit again?
Stanford? The chicane may be optional, but the corners are not. Oh, lock up.
Yep. Well, it's tit for tat. Polonsky cut one of the chicanes on the Mousseline straight.
And then got
Stanford cut a corner, so they're even. It's a close battle.
Oh my god, you can hear the bugs splattering on the windshield. What the hell?
It's
or
not
the
rain,
rubber.
Tyler. It's locusts.
Could be rubber. Oh, sketchiness abound.
You can see Stanford struggling to keep that Ferrari on track.
Dirty air be a thing.
It is. He's got to get in that slipstream, like 5/10 behind Poklonsky.
Let's just figure out the virtual energy here for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, just take a look, see where everyone's at. 25.64 for those two. Who's the lowest? 28 for Delatore. I heard a lockup.
I think that was by Stanford.
Ah. Oh, looks like Buggy Watt. Actually, he may be able to last until the end of the race. He's got 10%. There's 7 minutes left.
Remember what happened last time we were on the swing?
I just remember seeing, was it Hayes just losing it in the background? Alright, let's see. He's able
Beautiful
to make the
downshifts
this time. Yep.
Yeah, because he knows it's there. Oh, we have a yellow flag. Oh, the yellow flag are gone.
Is still out there. The Peugeot that does not die.
Honestly, could probably flip that car again.
But yeah, it looks like Stanford's able to keep pace with Poplonsky, but
Oh,
he's not able to
lockups.
close the distance.
Oh, someone got another penalty. I saw the red mark. I think it might have been Braun.
But we don't know what it's for.
Nope, we don't know what it's for at all. I'm just guessing because I'm just guessing because I see the red mark.
Okay. Well, hopefully they know what it's for.
I would certainly hope so. Lock up. Alright, let's take a look. So far, we have Braun in, sadly, in 12th place. Oh, that's a DNF from what? So that's another I don't know. That's another DNF. We have Spencer Braun in 12th, Bozak in 11th, Solis in 10th, Polinick in 9th, Buggy in 8th, does not count. Stanford in 7th, battling Vlad for 6th, Hayes in 5th, Dan in 4th, Max Power in 3rd, Zaborg in 2nd, and then Burt Macklin running away with this race as per usual.
Well, like I said, I think he has the most practice on this track.
So what you're telling me is he should be banned from racing this?
I think he should get like a 2-place grid penalty.
Just give the win to somebody else?
Yep.
That's bold of you.
Seems fair. Completely reasonable.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no. I don't agree with that either. I do like the sound of these cars. Can you actually tell when the electric engine is going? Because I can't.
Nope, not a clue.
Yeah, same. Alright, let me ask you a question, Tyler. Is the Ferrari 499P of V6 or V8?
V8? Am I correct? Oh, okay, well then.
It's V6.
Oh. The screen decided to glitch out there. As Buggy Watt is back in the pits?
I thought he DNF'd.
He's driving a lot faster than pit. What?
Didn't it say DNF'd?
Oh, there was a penalty on board there.
Oh. It looks like it's letting him continue to drive, so...
Weird. His gap is 13 laps? Okay, that's a glitch, bro. What? And the gap for Salas Jansen on my screen is 0?
Maybe 0 laps to what? No. Okay, so Watt's dropping down.
I'm not even gonna bother. I'm so confused. It hurts my brain.
Just move past it.
Oh.
Move past it. Stanford overtook Polonsky.
Like, good. Actually, V12 Ross says Pally. Sorry we missed that, folks, in the chaos of whatever the heck Buggy Watt's freaking thing was there. Oh my god!
Both of them lock up.
Both of them freaking lock up in the same corner and almost tag the wall at the same time, but Russell gets better off.
Ah, okay, so that's in the Porsche corner. So that's in the...
Here's your camera shake.
Shake. Excellent.
Hopefully Macklin doesn't cross the line in time enough to do another lap so that we can just be done. He's lapped all the way up to car number 8.
He only has a 7-second gap, Tyler. He can't afford to not cross the line.
Let off the throttle. I want to sleep. I have work tomorrow. And I can't call in sick this time. Oh, he's about to pass another vehicle. And that would be Buggy Watt. Somehow, who was DNF'd on my screen, but somehow has, as you can see, folks, the gaps are way too big to do any form of discussion, so we're just going to ride along with Burt Macklin. More camera shakes.
It would be nice to get a onboard lap with Macklin, see how he approaches this track.
Well, it doesn't look like he's going to cross the line and... Oh, no, he might. Oh, no, he might. It's going to be close. It's going to be too close. Oh, no, he's not, thank God. Alright, it's 000s now. Macklin can shake the checkered flag. Because of his practice before, he wins at Le Mans. The Cadillacs win at Le Mans. Zaborg will take P2. Max Power, who's a little ways off in the distance, will take P3. Dan is 77 seconds away from the finishing line. Is Macklin doing donuts? Oh, he's just returned to the pits. Same with Evan. Same with Power. I think Watt and Braun are done as well. I love how Watt's DNF'd, but yet is going to finish ahead of Bozak and Braun. Because that makes...
that is weird.
Because that makes sense.
I think race control is just like, this race has been odd. Yeah, get back out there. Just keep driving.
Just figure it out. And there goes Dan to take the checkered flag for P4. A little boost going into next season's DRL ACC season. Hayes will finish 5th. Bozak will come to take the checkered flag in 11th. Russell Stanford's actually not too far off of Vlad again. They somehow have swapped places again. Polinick will finish 8th. Jansen will finish 9th. Bozak 11, Watt 10, Braun 12th, and we lost Terekov and Nairati.
A very interesting race tonight. The gaps were quite large between some of the drivers, and some definite funkiness on track with some DNFs that were overturned by race control, and
I don't know how that works.
some interesting aerodynamic configuration by Silas on track. He was able to get the car overturned.
I'll have to show the guys that stream, because like just him in the background flying through the freaking air like the speedboat that was famously shown on Twitter. Alright, Silas, come on, hurry up and finish so I can show the guys what you did and then go to bed real fast. The front headlights look like 7s, eh? Isn't that weird?
On the Peugeot?
Yeah.
They look like 7s? No, I just see like Roman numeral 3.
Oh my god! What a violent impact! Well, folks...
Extra points for style?
Well, folks, that will send us off for the day. Thank you so much, Neil Kerber, for joining me as always.
You're welcome, Tyler. Thanks for having me.
And everyone else, have a beautiful night. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you decide to watch this video. We will see you next time.